Hola amigos and welcome to your guided practice for 14.2. Now today you are going to need a paper, a pencil, and a ruler. Now I have looked everywhere. I know I have a ruler at my house, but I cannot find one. But you know what I know everybody has at home? A tape measure. So I am going to use a tape measure. So please pause me, go grab a tape measure. My tape measure is a little bit of a smaller one so that I can kind of move it more. I know some of them are really big, and that's upside down for you. So mine looks like this. It has little hash marks for the inch, and then it goes up to feet. So please pause me real quick and go ahead and get a tape measure because we will be drawing shapes with a certain area. And then for our guided practice today, for you if you'd like to follow along, we are on page 332. Our learning target today is I can draw and find the area of a shape. So we're going to draw a shape and then figure out what is the area inside. So if we were to tile it or paint it or put new flooring down, we would know how much to buy. So once again, we are on page 332. All right, here we go. And I sure hope you watch the math movie first because that will help you as we go. So number 1, it says, for numbers 1 through 3, use a ruler to draw, which I'm going to use my tape measure. It says draw 1 square centimeter. Now mine doesn't have centimeters on it, but if yours does, then that would be great for you to do that. So I'm actually going to skip to number 2. I wrote number 1 down, so I'll make it look like a 2/1. Draw 1 square inch. Now when it says the word square, we know that a square has all equal sides. So that means we have to draw a square with an inch for every single side. So when you use a tape measure, it's kind of hard because it sucks it back in. But if you pull it out, see right there. If you pull it out and you push this little black thing down, it'll lock it in place so that it won't go back and forth. If you have a ruler, that is a much easier tool, but I just cannot find one. So I'm going to take my tape measure and put it on my paper. And it says to draw a 1 square inch. So on the top, I am going to draw 1 inch. And I'm going to turn my paper, because it's a little bit harder to turn the tape measure, and I'm going to draw 1 inch down. And once again, I'm going to try my very best to get it as straight as I can. And I'm actually going to draw both sides right now while I have my paper turned, so that then I can just draw my bottom to finish it. And now I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to continue using my ruler to make sure, be precise, that I have the right measurement. And your square, I'm going to say 1 square inch, should look like this. Now, if we were really going to make this a little bit challenging, we're going to call it a 1 inch and a 1 inch. Now, if you guys remember what I taught you on Monday, I taught you that area is length times width. So I'm going to actually write that down. Area equals length times. And I know your grown-ups at home learned that when they were learning area. So now I know that the area is 1 times 1 is 1 square inch. And this is what your square inch should look like. Good job. All right, let's look at number 3. Number 3 says, draw a square with sides that are each 2 centimeters long. What is the area of the figure? Now, I don't have centimeters, so what if we change it to inches? You think that's okay? Okay, so now we're going to draw a square that is 2 inches long. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw my top. I'm sorry, it's not my ruler. I'm going to take my tape measure. I hope you guys have a ruler at home. I don't know where mine is. And then I'm going to draw both my sides, trying to be as precise as I can. Oops, you heard my tape measure fall over. That's why a ruler's just a little bit easier. And now I'm going to draw the bottom. And I'm also going to label my sides 2 inches and 2 inches. So my square looks like this now. So I have 2 inches and 2 inches, and now I'm actually going to do the formula to figure out the area inside. So area equals length times width, and then I'm going to fill in my numbers. So area equals 2 times 2. And now I know that 2 times 2 is 4. 4 square inches. And once again, you have to make sure that you say square because area is always done in square units. Good job. Remember, please pause me at any time if you need to catch up. All right, number 4, and this is an important one. Number 4 says, which of these shapes has an area of 5 square centimeters? Oh, this is a two-part question. And how do you know? Okay, so what do you guys think? Is it this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is it this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you guys think? I agree. I think it's this Z. The Z shape. Because, why is that? That's right, because the key in the middle tells you that this is a square centimeter, and these are the same size, whereas over here they're too small to be centimeters. So because the key shows us the size of a square centimeter. And so good job knowing that you have to sometimes look for things like that, especially like when we were doing graphing. You have to look at the key because the key shows us the size of the square centimeter. The other ones are too small. And last but not least for today, number 5. My tape measure is making all sorts of noise over here. Number 5. Beth made bookmarks for her friends. Alma's had an area of 8 square inches. Kevin's had an area of 8 square centimeters. Whose bookmark has a larger area? And explain how you've decided. So if Beth made 2 bookmarks, one had an area of 8 square inches and the other one had an area of 8 square centimeters, whose is bigger? I'll have to think about what I know. I know that inches are this big and centimeters are not quite that big. So Alma's is bigger. Alma's is bigger because inches are bigger than centimeters. Good job, you guys. Yeah, an inch is just bigger than a centimeter. They might have the same area, same number of units, but the units are a different size. All right, good job for today. Again, I would like to see you guys go down and do some of these. You do have to have a ruler or something like a tape measure to draw this. And then here's some more. And once again, in order to make yourself smarter, I would love to see you guys moving on to the problem solving, because the problem solving is making sure that you take everything you've learned and then you have to solve these problems. And often those are the ones that make us think the most. Great job today, guys. I will see you for our next guided practice.